Hey, Kremlin here with Hunter. Welcome back to ARK, where uh, we need to work on a couple of things. For one thing, our farm is doomed. We're out of fertilizer.
Oh, well.
It didn't take long. So we're going to want to either, well, I mean, there's fundamentally three ways to handle that. One is what we already did, which isn't great. Another is to make an actual fertilizing bin thingy, composter deal, whatever it's called. And that would get us basic. That would actually technically be best in the long term. Um, maybe. The problem is it's not very rapid. And the third option is, and we can't just do it, we'd have to go somewhere to do it, is get a couple of snow owls and get them here and because they basically make fertilizer. There are dung beetles and things. Owls are better than that, I think.
Dung beetle might be.
If you want to do it that way, we can. Incidentally, if I have, let me see what I have. That's enough. I've been working on this for a bit. I found a blueprint for this thing, which is extraordinary. Damage is 484. Durability is almost 1,000. I have one already. I made one, and it used up every bit of metal I've ever seen in the world. So here is another one that you can have. Apparently I'm tired or thirsty or something. Also in the game. No. Yeah, what's that then? Yeah, no. So there's a couple of extra swords in my bird. But, here you go. No, I have it. It's hard to find because there's, like, more than one sword. There you go. That's a sword that, for one thing, should last for the next year, and two, do a hell of a lot of damage to anything you hit with it, which will be good, I guess. Because occasionally, that's not where I'm going with it. You run into an animal that you can't just hit with your animal. You have to kill it. Like, I don't know, you get knocked off a thing and you get a micro rat, whatever it is. A sword that cuts cuts it in half, no matter what it is, would be beneficial, I think. Yeah, so our, farming situation is this, which I can grab these real quick. As far as also in the game, what that meant, I'm not kidding. I am wrecked. I grabbed something last week and got it today. I went ahead and got the stuff we're not really using, so it's in here being preserved for a day. We have this much honey left, which we could talk about. We have that much kibble made and remaining. We got you a griffin. We're basically just out of corn, and we're not likely to get much more because it's just kind of, there's nothing in here to make it happen, just seeds.
Yeah, let me see where I can find a dung beetle.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, last week I've been looking, I've been kind of okay, so here's the thing. There's a backstory to this. It's convoluted and silly and weird. So, first we throw the Wayback Machine to probably, I guess it was about like 1978. Some lunatic. He took a skateboard and took apart a chainsaw and got a little thing to hold like petrol and oil, whatever chainsaw. I'm not sure what they use. I have one, but it's electric, so I don't know. Put all this together and on a board and turned it on. And he suddenly, and talking like an old, like the height of technology at the time. Let's go get a dung beetle. Where's my bird? The height of technology was like those kind of plastic, almost whammo skateboard. I don't know what the hell they were, but they were not good. And his was wooden though, so I mean, okay, that's more like we have now. But it was like one kicktail and this big heavy ass thing, and he's got a chainsaw right mounted to the middle of the top of the thing with a little bit of fuel in it to make sure you could explode. And then he, a kind of belt thingy just connected to he had some setup to make the wheels spin, and that's what they did. And I got on there. You had to. It was like doing a brake stand. You had to kind of like get the rear wheels off the ground, get on the thing, drop the wheels, and not fall. And not falling off was not much of an option because you just took off at like 30 miles an hour and hit a curb at some point. And by that point, you probably bailed if you lived to tell about it. Where are we going?
Uh,
Broadly, give me a number.
I don't know.
Okay. The desert, I guess, probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
the far.
Let's go to the
edge
desert.
of the desert.
Yeah, desert.
I'll let you know more when we get there.
Right. Yeah, so anyway, that's going on during like the Carter administration. Bromley punk is big. Anyway, that was a horrible idea. Let's never do that again. And I didn't for a long time. And I went through all the other skateboards in the 80s and 90s, like the cheap ones like Veriflex and Valterra and Nash, horrible stuff. Good ones like Santa Cruz and whatever. About a decade ago, I started. It was Intuitive Motion. Curiously, was the name of the company. They're out of business, I think. I think they're totally gone. A couple of engineering students going to college were tired of walking back and forth, and weren't much less tired of skating back and forth because it takes effort and you're going up hills. And so they basically engineered a skateboard that weighs like 30 pounds, has an electric motor, so there's no fuel apart from electricity stored in a battery. And it was kind of the beginning of the concept of motorized skateboards, electric PEV, whatever. Not strictly the beginning, they'd been a concept earlier, but what was neat about the Z board, and that's what they made, was it had an accelerator and a brake. It wasn't a remote, so you didn't have anything that you had to wonder if the Bluetooth or whatever the hell they're using on those remotes was going to fail while you're rolling along at 20 miles an hour. It was you step on the accelerator, go forward, brakes, stop, bail if you get it wrong, but so I got one. They did a Kickstarter.com thingy, and that got them where they were. I got the Pro model in like 2012, early 2013, I think is when it actually showed up, because of course nothing is ever quick with something with a startup like that. About a year later, they made a better one called the San Francisco Special. I got that too. So, I've got a couple of these things, and I've had those now for like a decade, which works for me because, well, apart from just an electric board being cool, I've got a really trash knee because, like, 1984, I just destroyed it after I had nothing to do with the petrol board. That was just stupid. I didn't get hurt on that. I jumped off it before it was a problem. But, yeah, so it's 2012, 2013, I got a motorized board that you step on the front and walk on, stomp on the back and, whatever it is. Got another one, and that's all cool. The first one, the Pro, burned out a couple years ago. The controller board just puked. It's just done. And, yeah, again, the company basically folded. I don't know what happened to one of the guys. The other guy went over to, like, Boosted or someone and started, he's an engineer, so, he jumps on and he's doing their job. So, fine. So, the simple ending to this story to date is I threw $3,000 at electronic skateboards that I think the newer one still works. I haven't even tried it lately. I'm afraid to find out. It'll be sad if it didn't work. But that's fine, because then last week, and I've been looking at them starting around 20, whenever the hell it was that they really started up. Someone's like, well, you got these things. If you looked at the one wheel, and this was back in the days of just there was one model. It's like the one wheel. Okay.
I found a cluster of them at 77 and 48.
Okay. So I've known that they exist for a few years now, 2017, 28, whenever it was that they actually, like, however far back their website goes, I couldn't tell you. I have people telling me, you gotta look at these things. Like, okay, well, it's a totally different thing. I mean, this is, it's almost more like a ripstick or something, where you're up on it, you're just way off the ground. Is that you?
Yeah.
What do you want to do here?
I have some.
It's a 145.
Yeah,
so.
I'm gonna work on these guys. Just protect me.
Okay. Well, this one's not going to attack. What else is new?
There's scorpions and stuff around. I'm gonna try to get all 3 of them.
Oh, cool. We have pods. We can do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go kill bugs. Anyway, so, yeah,
Owie, owie.
last week I, this time threw like 4,000 bugs at a couple of, one wheels. I got the XR, you got the pint. The pint is half the price. It's actually, I think it's officially called the pint because it goes, it hits 16 miles an hour. It's kind of the kids' version. I don't think that's accurate because it is. I mean, I got on it. It's a real board. It's not a. It's a toy, but it's not a toy. You know what I mean? It's a toy in the way that a Lamborghini is a toy. It's like, yeah, it's not a necessity, but it's not a toy. It's a grown up thingy. See, we ordered those last week. Got them today. Everything happened today. We had people drop by to do reworking something on the house. The front sidewalk was getting kind of old. It collapsing into the ground. I don't know who designed it the way. Not an engineer who makes skateboards. We know that. He would not have liked it. Yeah, it's settled. The house is 40 years old, or at least that sidewalk was. So we fix that. And we get these boards, and they all at the same time. By the way, the good news is we have to charge them up because they're electric. So, and one board was like 1,000, the other was twice that, but then also we got things like fenders and things just to little grip handles you can carry it around more easily. So we have all of this done. Going on, we're charging them up and sticking greebles onto them, and guys out front are activating the Ring doorbell thingy every every 90, whatever, every 2 minutes. Every time we got like an hour of video of these people fixing our sidewalk, which is nice. And they really did a good job too. It's like really, it looks brand new, and all they really did was lift it up with mud jacking, but they did it nicely.
Well, Holly.
Whatever they did, I've heard mud jacking as a term. I'll call it that. It's not even mud, so who cares? Anyway, so we have a new sidewalk and a couple of boards, and I've got a wrecked knee because I wrecked it. Yes, and around the time the Temple of Doom came out, so like Ghostbusters was in the cinema. We walked a block or two down to this bike path because the thinking here is it's a reasonably straight, purpose-built, no cars. People rode by on bikes as we were there. And it's alongside a big kind of meadow. It's not a meadow, it's not like a sprawler, but it's like a strip of grass. And not leading to like a culvert or whatever. But we're in Denver, so there's not really a lot of nature going on. But, it's grass and then pavement that is good for bikes. And you made me wear a helmet. Like, I've got an actual motorbike helmet, so I didn't look that derpy.
I didn't make you.
You strongly frowned. Anyway. Doesn't even matter.
That's just my face.
I didn't fall down. Yeah, I'm good. What's up?
Titanoboa.
That's bad. I'll get it. You got it?
Yep.
Okay, I'm coming. Dragony gecko deal over here. So, yeah, no, I didn't fall down. I'm going to stress that, strictly speaking, I never fell down. I got on yours, too. On neither board did I fall down. I did not actually fall. I'm something like Tommy Wiseau. I did not. Partly because I didn't go anywhere. The thing, I think I figured out, because I've been watching videos since we got home. And evidently I did it wrong. It didn't work, so I guess that would be a hint. Water, that's not a dung beetle that I just killed, so that's good news. That one's ours? You want me to?
No, not yet.
Oh, is it? I see what we're doing. So, yeah.
Okay, that is...
Oh, so I gotta do a third now.
I have...
We have 2 and 1 that you named, so we have 3. Or not.
Yeah.
I can't make sense of what I'm seeing. Successful, we're done with 2. Is there a third? What's this guy up to? What's he doing?
Oh, okay, yeah, that one's ours.
What do you... Okay, I don't have anything to feed it.
We don't feed it. It should be...
Oh, I thought you had to tame it with stuff.
It is. It's that one belongs to us.
Oh, it's tamed. Okay,
yeah.
so that's why you do it. I don't care.
I only have 1 medium animal feces left. That's why this took so long. I don't have any
Here's
more.
a couple. Have that. I don't care. So anyway, yeah, we Get out to the bike path.
Okay, I'll take those in case we see another
Yeah,
one.
whatever you want to do. I don't know.
Do you have any pods?
Yeah, I thought you had pods.
I do. This is the last one I can pick up.
I'll get it. Or are you getting? I don't know. Someone's gonna get this. So anyway, yeah. Went out. We got on the. I got on the grass. We got on the grass. But and it's like a seesaw sort of. You know, it starts kind of rear side down because that's where the battery is, so it outweighs the other side.
All right. If we keep heading east, there should be some more.
Okay. You theoretically tilt it forward and it engages and it's gyroscopic, so it doesn't just fall. You know, it actually holds itself up once it decides that it's on. And the first time I got that to happen, because I filmed it a bit, and on my phone, which is stupid thing number one, because my phone, it was 90 degrees out there, and I was in sunlight, and the phone just actually got too hot to record anymore. It shut itself down. But not before I got enough to review the footage and see what sort of happened. The first time I rolled forward, and according to the app, incidentally, because there's an app for the phone that tells you, I got up to 2.5 miles an hour. And it rolled sideways. Like it just fell over like a ripstick. And that was the best I ever did on it. Everything after, I kept tilting forward and nosediving before I went anywhere. I'm not fully convinced I get it. It's like I think what I have to do is roll it forward enough to let it engage, which I guess takes half a second, a full second. I'm not sure how long it takes. And then it'll be in position to balance itself in theory. Got one of these guys. I'm just gonna kill him. And that. Like it'll engage and decide that it's not going to fall over in forward or backward. Side to side it can, and that's the problem. I was on grass, so it was just kind of collapsy.
Okay, I've got another smallish cluster here.
Okay. I'll get the dingoes or whatever these things are. Yeah, so it's just kind of embarrassing because I've been skateboarding, snowboarding for them, whatever. Seriously, since the 70s. I kind of know what I'm doing, and I get on this thing, and it's like, are you joking? This is something that people do and can, I don't know how, I don't get it. I think I do now, and I'm going to get it, but I'm in a couple of, groups where you talk about this, and everyone else, of course, totally gets, I hopped on and it made sense. What's wrong with your brain? I don't get it. I was saying I could really just roll around back and forth in a corridor in the house, and yeah, that would be the dumbest thing you could ever do. Because if you're not going somewhat fast, it's no good, and if you are going somewhat fast, you're indoors and you bang into stuff and break it and hurt yourself. So I think what I'm going to do is when the sun goes down, I can see better anyway. I'm just going to roll back and forth in the backyard on the grass. I can't imagine anything being a better plan than that. The bike path was just a waste of walking there.
What's hitting me?
Vulture. So, and then we have this happy new front sidewalk. It's not like a sidewalk alongside the street. It's a sidewalk that kind of communicates between the front door and the driveway. It's like 25, 30 feet long.
No. Passive.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, it ate one of the dingoes.
Your bird?
No.
Oh,
the
what?
Beetle.
What?
Yeah.
They do that? I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Well, that's okay. I don't get one wheels either. I know nothing at all. I have no concept of understanding.
Something's mad at me. Oh, mad at you. Never mind.
Yeah, as long as it's me, no one cares. No, it's you. It's that. Do we get it? Okay.
Okay, I've got one of them. There should be another one that I'm in the
So this one is, what is this one about? Oh, now it's about gone.
It's about full of meat. That's weird.
Well, it ate a bug or a snake, whatever you said it attacked.
Okay, turn on the tracking so I can find the other
Yeah,
guy.
that's a thought. Alright, so anyway, my silly story for the day is we got these things and did not do well. I mean, I didn't fall, that's what I'm saying. I just kept pitching forward and walking off the front of the thing. I never got close to falling over. That helmet was just so I couldn't see very well. This is a full face, tinted, you can't see me, I can't see you. And then I got sunglasses on under that because it's not dark enough on its own. And I did try rolling on the actual pavement, but it didn't help. I just kept pitching forward and walking straight up. So I gotta figure. Once I get it figured out, and I don't. It's not an if. It's a when. I mean, again, I've been doing this. I get it. Theoretically, it's just not this damn thing. It's terrible. Presuming I get as good on that as just any razor scooter, walking perhaps would be a goal I could attain. I want to not fall just straight forward and not accomplish anything ever again on something that I just spent this money on. But once I get it, I'll probably roll around and like get at least phone cam video. I might the new there's a new GoPro that came out like today as I'm recording this. It's the 16th? Yeah. So I can throw another $500. Actually, it's if you subscribe to their cloudy saving, whatever the hell, it's $100. It's actually 150 off, but you subscribe, so then you got that.
Or we could just pick up a used one.
Oh, well, you can't pick up a used. The GoPro whatever 10 came out today. No one has a used one. Well, actually, I shouldn't say. That's probably a swappa.com thing. I bought this to look at the box. You have it. $10. It's yours. Swappa.com is awesome. If you just want a phone, but you don't want to spend $1,500, $1,200, whatever a phone costs anymore. Phones used to be a lot. They're cheaper now.
You don't actually even have to spend that much on a phone anymore because there are some decent phones out there for not the price of a laptop.
Well, see, but that's the thing. I mean, what's the price of a laptop? Go back 30 years, a laptop is $10,000. Now a good one is a decent one is $1,000. A good one is a couple thousand.
Okay. This guy's tamed.
Okay, cool. Do you need me to pot him then? Or?
Yeah, go ahead. I am entirely out of... Well, no, I have one poop to feed him.
Well, that's to rule them all. I don't know. One wheel to rule them all. That's what we're saying. I'm going to call the episode that unless something else happens, which it might. I don't know. Is that my bird? Neat. Okay, yeah, so I'll probably, at least with my phone, roll around and, I don't know, record not falling over or whatever it is that
I have 3 dung beetles, which...
I got a couple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have that.
I mean, that may be excessive, but...
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how they produce fertilizer. We might have to build a little fenced-in area and...
A dung ring to rule them all.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to call the episode. Cut. Print. No, we got to go home first. Yeah, so, and anyway, a story by me. I bought this ridiculous pair of toys. You did better than I did for your first run. I'm convinced you made it at least an inch and a half before you had to hop off.
Before I panicked, yeah.
You panic bailed, which it's probably better than falling down. And then a minute later, and I did record that, but again, the camera overheated, the phone overheated the camera. I've got an app that's better than the standard Android camera, whatever thing. It's a $10 app. Ooh. Which is good. I like it. But apparently
app,
that
several
and
$1,000s on a couple of one wheels.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, cut back on the Starbucks for a few weeks.
Maybe. Probably not.
Well, you've got.
Oh, I'm gonna dehydrate. I bought a Keurig the other day. I spent like $500,000 this year. I'm gonna pause this, get something to drink. We'll come back when I get home. Hang on. All right, so we're home. I'm gonna grab. I'm trying to think how I want to do. Do I even? I honestly don't know if I know how to do that because we got all brainwashed. What's it even called? Just a fence? I have foundation. I don't have... What the hell do you call the part that sticks up?
I don't know.
Okay, just a second. Railing. I have it. I think we could build some of these. I mean, they're easy. With the foundations, of course. I'm pretty sure you need those. And just... We can hop over them, but the little bugs can't. The slimy, whatever they're called.
Dung beetles aren't really known for their jumping ability.
Not...
They apparently will eat dead things.
Okay. Let me see what I want. Probably because I can't make it, so... There's that. Stone thatch wood, and there's that. Stone thatch. Okay. That means I just go over here and talk to our resident there, Zinazar, for a sec. which I just didn't get close enough. What are we kicking up? Weight? What do you...
I don't care. Yeah, go ahead, wait.
Get... I don't know why I have sand. I guess I picked it up somewhere. Get, where's the armadillo? There he is. He should have some rocks for me, I think.
I am collecting stim berries because we're still gonna need the yummy.
Yeah. So, that was the foundation. Let's make, I don't know, 3, 6, maybe 9, maybe... Let me make 20's a lot. It's 4x5s. Well, no, it's not 4. I mean, it is, but it's not, we can use the existing wall as one of the walls. So
Okay.
let's make 12 of those. And does that leave me enough to make 12 of these, or do I have to 8? So I need 4 more of those. What am I going to run out of? Maybe rocks? Maybe not. Probably, oh, possibly wood. Oh, damn it, I'm heavy. Hang on. Yeah, I ran out of wood. So I think I need 4 more of these. Oh. Stop moving. Is that going to work? 10, 11, 12. What do I weigh? Okay, good. So we just go over here with these guys. Yeah, with these guys. Figure we want it central to, what we're doing.
Alright, I'm starting to throw them out. We'll figure out where to, how to get them in there, possibly by picking them up with a bird.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking if I can snap it to this. It doesn't really have to be snapped necessarily, but I will be. I hope. No, but go that way. Why the hell? What do you want? If I just put it down, I can't move it afterward, right? It's gotta be... I don't understand why I can't do this. Ah. Alright, you know what, I'll just... do it this way, it'll work out. So go like... 1, yeah, it doesn't work. Can it be a little bit in the water? Is it gonna hurt anything?
I don't...
Can't imagine that it really would. Go that way, go that way, go that way. Go the hell that way. 1, 2... 3... Thanks for being right there, by the way. 3... and 4, I think, will fit. Yeah, okay, that works. 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna have to move the... Why do I have 2 left? Well, that's what happened. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because 4 and 6 is 10, not 12. What the hell is my mouse not around for? Hang on a sec, something's broken and I don't know what. Alright, so, yeah, I got some USB thing was conflicting, I guess. Yeah, I did 3 and 3 and 4, which is 10, not 12. I don't know why I thought 12.
Alright, I'll move these guys out of the way.
Yeah, this is easy for us to just, we go in. Yeah, and they can probably step out. Oh. Yeah, that's not a problem. Well, except for your bird being right there. That's going on. And we go in there, and there's just that happening. And we get one of these things, and I assume, if I just throw this guy out, first, he doesn't, like, drown somehow. Second, you have to set him to, what do you do with him?
I'm not sure.
Behavior... I don't see much implying that you have to do... I'm trying to think what you do with these. And now I got 4 minutes left to kill.
Yeah, okay.
Cooling down on the next
yeah.
one. I have these eggs sitting here because they are. Bad at jumping. Oh, what is it, a one wheel? I can't do this. Anyway. Yeah, that was just, it wasn't just that the thing was hard to work with, it was that I was really entirely not expecting to have a problem with anything resembling it. It's really not a skateboard, but it seems close enough that I can't figure out why I was bad at it.
Okay, so I don't know if they have to be set to wander yet, but apparently they will make fertilizer and possibly oil.
And you look inside them for it, or do
yeah, I put I put some. You have to put stuff in them.
Oh, okay. Well, if we get stuff, we will.
Yeah.
I still got 3 minutes, 2.5. Let me pause it and get the next one out. Hang on. Alright, can throw out the next one. I don't know if we want the Phiomia inside or outside. Right now it's sort of both a little, but like it might be able to get over, but it doesn't have a... You need a saddle for it. I don't have one.
Let me...
How do you make one? Do I have that as a thing? No. You use fiber, hide, and wood. Well, shock. Okay. Let me get a saddle for it. I'll move it inside. Hang on. So here comes the saddle. Everything that's not that saddle can just... Oh, throwing rocks in there even though I have a place for it. I'll get it later. I don't care right now. Get a saddle on this damn thing. Get this damn thing possibly over the fence. Oh, see, it doesn't really jump, does it?
No.
So I gotta take out the damn fence. How about now? Better. I don't know what benefit there is to having it in here except less walking, maybe, but I guess I'm good for that. Yeah. That's neat that you can do that. Then we have, like, diagonal things now.
Okay, they've all got 3 in them, and they're all set to wander.
Okay.
I think that's...
And just over time they get... Well, there's just that.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'd want to level up on these, if anything.
I don't
Food,
know.
weight, I have no idea. They don't have a crafting skill, so it's not about that. I looked at him, didn't I?
We're going to need to name them, aren't we? So we know which one's which.
Yeah, I guess, but you can do that. I mean, it just hold down and then options, right?
Yeah.
Oh, except you put this one out, so I can't. Yeah, I'll leave it. I'll name what you want. I'll get the rest later. Get away from me.
Okay. I can sort it all out.
Okay, hang on. Well, okay, hang on. All right, you got yours all named?
Not yet.
I thought you had.
I'm just sort of looking at them to see what I...
I fell down. Anyway, this is our dung ring to rule them all. I don't know why that sounds funny to me, but it just does. Well, we're out of time. That's kind of why I want... Oh, you named one. That one. Why is it purple or something?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Neat.
And, you know...
Wait, he just made a... What are you doing?
It's glitching around.
Oh, I thought it was maybe ready or something.
No, I think it's just gonna...
When does it get ready? I didn't find anything out.
Do you have one left, or...?
Like in my pocket?
Yeah.
No, I'm out.
Okay.
I have my murderfish thing, and then pterosaur, basilosaur, Deinonychus, and Ankylosaur. I could pause it until something happens, I just don't know how long it'll be. Like, I might be here in an hour waiting for something, I don't really know. And it's kind of anticlimactic because it comes back and it's like, we give up. It's like a one wheel, we can't do it. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll figure the damn thing out. Here's that brand new sidewalk out front. I'm just going to roll back and forth, leaning against the house on a board until I understand the damn thing. What the hell am I doing wrong here? Oh, I'm talking to a pipe instead of a bug. No, not better. It's nothing. Alright. This should lead to something at some point. I don't know. Something.
I know that they make the stuff.
I don't doubt it. I just doubt it'll happen in our lifetimes. So, alright. We're going to go. Yeah, they'll do what they're going to do when they do it. I'm going to go roll around until I hurt myself on a board. I cannot figure out why I was bad at it. It was just amazingly incompetent at trying to make it happen. It was weird. We're going to go and we'll see you next time. So, alright, bye.